Yes, the Reverend David, between Reverend David and the suspect that implicated him.
I think we can kill two birds with one stone. While we are answering some of these questions, questions can equally be asked so that we make progress one way or the other. And
allow him to answer this.
What, sir?
The chairman, sir.
So
the seal should not interrupt. He should allow the answer. We are entitled to hear the answer.
Will talk. He will talk. Gana will talk first.
This question borders on fact, and I know you are not. And I know you are not the custodian.
The chairman, DIG Gana will talk first. Then Ezike will also answer.
No, just simple question. Answer. We are not reopening the case.
We have David Ugolor's call log. We also have my Samari's call log. The analysis of the call logs between David and my Samari in one phone, the glow did not show any call. Excuse me. The analysis in the second one was not gotten in full. Excuse me.
No, order.
Excuse me.
Please go ahead. Please, may everybody be warned. We have spent so much time here. Anybody that will cause us to stay here longer than necessary will make necessary orders.
Mr. Chairman, the arrest of David Ugolor was predicated on the confessional statement of the accused person. It was also predicated on the identification of David by the witness in an identification parade. Oh my God.
Okay. From the little you have seen, you say it's not complete.
Yeah.
From the much that has come out, or was there anything tying David to Masamari?
No nexus for now. No nexus for now. Investigation is ongoing. Investigation is ongoing. Investigation is not concluded. It's not concluded. Is this here?
Order. Please. It is only us.
Wait. Mr. Chairman, sir, I beg.
Hold on, sir.
I beg for him to continue. He's not finished.
Hold on, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir, I want to feel that this hearing may not be about arrest of David Ugolor. Because the arrest and detention of David Ugolor has already gone to court. And the court awarded 5 billion naira to David Ugolor, which has been challenged by the police in the Court of Appeal. As we speak, I think it's sub judice. Excuse me. That aspect of the matter is sub judice, because the police has gone to the Court of Appeal to be able, our lawyers will speak better on that. They have gone to the Court of Appeal to say they are not agreeable with the judgment of the High Court. What we have done.
DCP, please, sir, I'm coming, sir. So there are some lawyers here that can advise us properly. We know the status of confessional statements implicating a co-accused and how the court takes it. It will not stop police from prosecuting, but the court will demand one or two other steps. And no, I don't want to teach non-lawyers here like that, because I paid fees to learn my own.
I just want to say, sir.
So that is
just information,
that point.
Mr. Chairman, go ahead.
Information, sir. The case before the Court of Appeal has to do with illegal detention. It has nothing to do with call log. Your question, sir, is from the available evidence so far. from your analysis, have you found any link? It has nothing to do with the case in the Court of Appeals.
Well, learned senior advocate, if you watch us here, you see that each of us here has 2 ears. What you don't see is our heart. So we are listening and we are doing our own analysis.
Thank you. He has responded positively and said the matter is at the Court of Appeal. Now, that matter is there and is being handled and is on the arrest detention of David Ugolor. So the point here is this. It has also been said that the matter, the investigation is still ongoing. And this is based on the 2 reports from the DPP in Edo State as well as the federal DPP. So since the matter is ongoing, and he has also said the link is not sufficient at the moment, nobody is emphasizing that. There are other issues to address, just like the point.
Yes, please, can we make progress, sir? I don't know if you have questions from your own side.
But he has not concluded.
Put it on record that I have confidence and I have respect as a governor and as a Nigerian in the institution of the Nigeria Police Force. And it is with some pain that I had to single out 2 names because I try not to rubbish the entire institution. Otherwise, I'll be guilty of generalization. So when I speak about the Deputy Commissioner of Police and the DIG, I hold the 2 responsible for what I describe as a very shoddy and futile attempt to shield the murderers of Nigeria. Mr. Chairman, sir, we have listened. If there is any person in this hall today who has tried to dismiss the police, it is the DC of police, who argued that his own DPO, who is a senior police officer, either did not enter records of the gun or that he falsified records. Either way,
sorry, Your Excellency.
Can I?
Your Excellency, sorry. We have, please, we have procedure. Order. No. Order. Your Excellency.
Sir,
we have a procedure. CES has done a very wonderful presentation. The police has done a very wonderful presentation, all into the same ears and the same mind. Our mouths are still sealed. Now the stage we are now is, if you have any question, any ambiguity you want to be cleared, you ask it as a question, and that is all. But if what they have said are clear enough, then we leave it. Yes, police.
You get bad eggs in the police, but also have.
No, we are the ones to do that reconciliation.
No. It's a question. It's a question, sir.
Okay. Well, the questions will be directed to me.
Yes, sir.
And I will process them.
Okay, sir. And the chairman, please. This is your court. You have the final word here. Sir, just to say that, or to ask the police, and I think one of the honorable members asked that question, but I didn't get the answer.
Okay.
And I think the answer is important if we are going to be able,
yes, sir,
at the level of a DIG, yes, and a DCP,
yes, sir,
to talk about diligent prosecution ordered by the President of the Federal Republic, that did they investigate, did they carry out, you talk about a pathologist in Benin, what kind of investigation did they carry out on the body of the late Olaitan? Were they able to establish the kind of bullet that were used? Whether these are, I don't have the technical word, but one of you put it far more eloquently, ballistic analysis. In the entire body of the report that we have seen, I haven't seen one line on that. And number 2, under the rules of the police in a democratic society, are you at liberty to put away a Nigerian for 42 days without, in your own words, being able to pin him down to any specific allegation other than a rascal claim that he was my principal? And you have not done the call log analysis that you had assured me you were going to do the day that you visited me in my office, and you put away Nigeria for 42 days. Is that a responsible conduct?
Thank you, Your Excellency. The question now is
autopsy.
Okay.
And by our practice, and procedure are not competent to give that report. It is the pathologist that is competent to do that.
But you did.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
The chairman is not in the case file.
Mr. Chairman.
Not in the case file.
It's in the case file. It's in the case file. Mr. Chairman, sir. It's in the file. Can I continue, sir? This has been done. The question is, was it done? Yes, it was done.
Okay.
And if this committee needs the report, the best person to give it to you is the pathologist. Yes. And I want to emphasize.
That is why we invited the Inspector General of Police to decide on whom he sends. So it's police, is police.
Yes,
it's
I'm
not
assuring you
as far as we are concerned, you are not on trial.
All right. So we did it, and if the committee wants, he will be willing to come.
Well, what we have in our record is that you said you did it.
We did it, yes. Mr. Chairman, sir, I want to criminal investigation. They are not tie on tie on the basis of one issue. That there is no yet collaboration or corroboration of the statement of one of their suspects implicating one other does not terminate the investigation. And Mr. Chairman, sir, for those who have been watching crime reports, reconstruction of crime scenes on the television, you will see that there are instances that some people are even prosecuted, convicted, but later evidence will surface that will change that judgment. This case is not the end of it. The content of the case file is not the end.
You are saying, you already have in custody some suspects from your own analysis who committed other crimes previously.
Yes, that's true.
And nobody was looking their way.
Yes.
But now in the course of investigating this one, you stumbled into them.
Furthermore,
happen.
Yes.
I don't know if there's no other thing you want to say on that, because we need to round up this.
One more issue, sir. My senior brother from the SSS made mention of use of analog. Let me assure you, sir, that the forensic analysis of the telephones and the PIN numbers we got was scientific. We have some of the instruments and some we dependent on the service providers. There's nothing like analog about it. You cannot conjure.
So it's not only SSS that has those equipment.
No, we have it too.
You are also digital.
Mr. Chairman,
the assurance I'm giving.
I used 4 people for my investigation. 4. So you can decide.
It's all right, sir. It's okay. Now, Council.
Somebody did say that, I think it was the DCP, that investigation have a lifespan of 7 years. With profound respect, there is no time limit to investigation. The second one, because the situation is not as bad in the country. In Lagos, no confessional statement is allowed now if it is not video recorded. In Lagos now, that is our law. And I'm saying that, and I'm going to ask the DCP whether he's aware that Masamari was shot in the course of this investigation to confess. Please, I want you to find out. And I'm going to suggest that the panel, with profound respect, this committee may want to examine some of the witnesses themselves. On identification, sir, the boy still has bullet wound. On identification, sir, in the police report, Olaitan's wife was said to have said that those who came used torchlight. It's in the report. In her statement, summarized by the police. Now, if they used torchlight, there was no light. That is the implication. Now, how will identification come later by anybody who did not see any of the suspects in the night? The other ones are, once there are confessional statements, accused persons implicating themselves, what is the purpose of the identification? That's also important. On ballistic report, even if the police cannot make the autopsy report available to the generality of this audience, I suggest that the committee should demand for a copy. The same thing with ballistic report, because the DCP said about 30 experts descended on Benin in the course of this investigation. Where are those reports? The final ones, sir. From the analysis here today, from the narration, and this is where I'm impressed with the statement by the DCP. They are investigators, not instigators. But when the file goes to the prosecution, sir, you have to look at how do you reconcile these contradictions and inconsistencies so that we can have a good case in court. Sir, from what we have today, I would like to suggest that we need an independent panel to take the report of the SSS and that of the police, perhaps the office of the NSA, and reconcile. They have not been reconciled, sir, because what the police did was to subject the one of SSS to their own analysis without the SSS being allowed to suggest that of the police to analysis. So I therefore suggest the police cannot disprove their own version of this story. I'm therefore suggesting that in order for us to get at the root of this matter, we need another panel to reconcile the seeming irreconcilable contradictions that have been brought here today, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Mr. Chairman, sir.
That is noted.
Mr. Chairman, everything is equally balanced. Mr. Chairman, sir, I have listened to what I will liken to be an address by my colleague on the other side. Permit me to recollect vividly, for that matter, that the DCP did say earlier that the circumstances and situations where the confessional statements were made were recorded on video, and they have this, the video tapes. They have all of them. That is one. Now, secondly, sir, I did say earlier, if not because the SSS and the police acted at cross purposes, we wouldn't have been here. Assuming the SSS did not have any report, or that their report is in tandem with that of the police, we would have been here. But in view of what we have at the moment, I believe that the membership of this committee is very competent to reconcile the issue, because they are just merely issues of facts. Mr. Chairman, most of you, if not all members of this committee on public petitions, are lawyers. I believe I'm saying the correct thing, apart from probably the associate members who have joined. Almost all the members of the House Committee on Public Petitions are lawyers. Respected lawyers, senior lawyers, lawyers who can handle this assignment. It's an issue of fact. I want to believe that the assessment the chairman made earlier speaks our mind, because the DSS did a good job. You can see that the two reports are meeting somewhere and they are overlapping. Well, because the police had admitted that two of the suspects from the other side are linked up with the other four. The disagreement is somehow somewhere, and we don't know what is happening. If you look at the law, it is the police that has the constitutional and statutory mandate to do what they are doing. They investigate, they arrest people, they detain people, they apprehend offenders, they prosecute. That is why you can hardly see any singular situation where the police have handed over suspect to the SSS when it involves criminal investigation. It is the other way around, because that is their duty, that is their role, and that is their responsibility. We should begin to appreciate what we have in this country.
Mr. Chairman, Arafat was exhumed. Autopsy was done. We can do it here. We can do it here. This is when we can get the actual persons that will face trial for the murder of Olaitan, sir.
For information, Chairman, autopsy. So are you going to do a second one? The thing is for them to produce the result.
So they don't. No, don't worry,
Mr. Chairman, sir.
Don't worry,
Mr. Chairman.
Don't worry.
No, not on autopsy.
Yes,
not on autopsy.
Yes,
just the final information.
Yes, but before then, you need leave
Oh, I seek the leave of court.
I have not granted.
I seek your leave, sir. I seek your leave.
My
Lord, I just want to inform that whereas the police insist here that this is a case of assassination, but those who have been charged to court by the police have been charged with armed robbery. Mr. Chairman, sir.
This is a public petitions committee of the House. We are guided by our mandate, by the tenor of the petition presented.
Yes, sir.
We are not doing general investigations. We are also not investigating the date of Olaitan. We are investigating the investigation of the date.
Exactly.
And that is where we are limiting ourselves. So we cannot stay here now and give directives to go and do autopsy, go and do all that and all that. If the investigation is deficient, it is deficient. If it is not, it is not. And we are not here to say whether it is or not. We will only tell the House our observations, and the House will now, following those findings and observations, make decisions, and whatever they decide becomes the position of the House. I want to crave our indulgence. If we continue till tomorrow, there will be no end to this discourse, because issues will keep arising. Now, I will only allow, because he's been raising his hand for over 1 hour now, the Solicitor General. No, don't worry, sir. You don't need to raise your hand to talk. So, what is it you want to ask?
Yes, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Not presentation again.
No presentation. On this question, because in the course of his presentation, he at various occasions made reference to the Ministry of Justice in derogatory manner, saying
no, what is the question?
Yes, the question is this. There is a letter dated the 19th of November 2012. It is attached to our presentation as an extra one.
Okay.
It is signed by you, sir.
Yes.
Are you aware of that letter, sir? Is a reply to the advice written to you, not published on the page of newspaper, written to you by the DPP Edo State.
Okay.
Contrary to your claim that we were conversing or talking to you over the pages of newspaper, the letter of 19th of November 2012 starts by saying, I'm directed to refer to your letter, reference number dash of 29th of October, from the office of the DPP of Edo State. It is signed by you, sir. I want you to confirm whether or not you signed that letter.
What does it say?
It is a reply to the advice given by the DCP.
It means that the first time he saw the advice was not on the pages.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. Okay, I just wanted to confirm that he got
that point is noted.
Also, but that is not true. No. Please.
Yes, he says the second point, part of his brief.
The second point, the DIG, in commencing his presentation, very first remark, said the armed robbers who went to visit blah blah blah.
Please,
the discipline now says it is assassination.
Sorry. Solicitor General, if we continue to stay here, we'll be repeating ourselves. But here, we will look at all the documents and presentations and do our own forensic analysis, whether or not we have the equipment. So, on that note, Your Excellency, let me acknowledge the presence of
Excuse me, Mr. Chairman, sir. It's very necessary I make this comment, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir.
Who is speaking? Oh.
No, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Please,
1 minute.
Go ahead.
That I first read the DPP's advice on the pages of newspaper. It was after the publication that it was sent to us by Commercial Courier Service. I want to put that on notice. Okay. Concerning briefing His Excellency, sir, in other cases, we don't want to jeopardize our investigation. Our experiences with that office on the case of accidents warn us that we should be careful what we divulge to that department, because anything we say the following day is in the pages of newspaper, and it does not favor criminal investigation.
That confirms the earlier question. The accident affected the reportage in this matter, so that's all right. Honorable colleagues, Honorable colleagues, Your Excellency, the Comrade Governor, the... No. We are not a criminal investigator. I know that.
I don't have any security. I don't have any security. My family, my wife, my children, life are stake. I'm being haunted. I don't have security. I am sad, and 2 weeks ago, I issued a press statement that my life is being haunted, and I pointed hands in the direction.
Okay, hold on.
And that's all what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Yes.
Hold on.
Yes, my life is being at stake. Let me kill us.
I don't know if you are here. Is that why you come? Yes. I don't know. Well, my fellow compatriots, we must commend you.
Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. Mr. Chairman, sir. This is a serious allegation.
Honorable,
it's a serious allegation.
Honorable colleagues, Your Excellency, the Governor, the President of the Nigerian Labour Congress, Comrade Omar, other guests and participants in this exercise, of course paying special respect to my learned colleagues here present, particularly the learned Silk, for all the parties. I want to, on behalf of all members of this committee, thank each and every one of us for participating in this exercise most diligently. I have always, and we have always observed and commended men of our uniformed and armed agencies for the way they carry themselves each time they are invited for any investigation, whether it is the police, the army, the navy, the civil defense, the SSS. I've not had the opportunity of inviting the customs. They will always come on time. They will always have their records, whether they are correct or not, but their records will be intact. And I want to salute His Excellency the Comrade Governor. He used to be a common man like us. For the attention he has paid. Not only that he came quite on time, and we are today enjoying democracy in Nigeria, where the real common man. This petition was written by Association of Civil Society Groups. The first day we were trying to see their faces. It wasn't easy for us. But because it's in democracy, we said we must go ahead and hear what their complaint is. And that is to assure all Nigerians that democracy, no matter how weak it might be, remains the best system of government any country can run. Because it's only under democracy that you can have a governor sit and present his case, and you have some other person who cannot meet him again after here. Will jump up and shout and say whatever he wants to say. So I want to thank you, the NLC president. Before I conclude, I'll give you a second to greet us. Just a second to greet, and then we wrap up.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman, and really a lot of things maybe we would have liked to raise also, but I believe you are also going to continue and we'll have a second chance. But we find it very, very important also to make one clarification, because in the course of the submission, especially by the police, we became worried when the NLC was mentioned, and it appears perhaps maybe a sort of alibi was to be made to establish a case of assassination using the recall of Comrade Olaitan Oyerinde back to NLC. Of course, I became worried during the submission of the police, the DCP, that they did not know whether the recall of Oyerinde back to NLC was for harmony or acrimony. I want to put it on record that the issue of course, Comrade Olaitan died as substantive deputy president, deputy general secretary of Congress. But of course, when Comrade Governor requested that he needed his services, the entire Congress decided that we had no choice because we want Comrade Governor to succeed. That is why he went over there. But at no time any official discussions were made on the recall of Comrade Olaitan back. Of course, he remained there as a deputy general secretary, but we did not officially discuss and we did not officially take any decision as to recall him back. So this cannot be used as an alibi anywhere. And of course, I was baffled when the submission was also saying that they don't, Comrade Olaitan, the petitioners, the people who petition or the people who now reported the case were just his wife and his brother, and that was asking who would be crying more than the bereaved. And when I looked at Comrade Governor and said somebody will say on the case of Comrade Olaitan that Comrade Governor is not a bereaved, I don't think that is even fair. And to us in Congress, this is until his death. He has been the General Secretary and Deputy General Secretary, and we have always been together. So if we are not bereaved, who else should be? So these are some of these things I just wanted to highlight. As I said, Mr. Chairman, we are very grateful. And if we have the opportunity, we will be able to also come back and make full submission and ask questions also for further clarifications. Because, for example, when the issue of reporting, I found it also very funny to say that you always address the governors as chief executives and chief security officers of their respective states. And how comes that ordinary reporting, briefing the governor over the issue, that you say, no, I can't do that? I will find it very, very funny. And we urge that this committee is going to go deep down to bring out even those salient issues that I've even yet to be touched, because this is a test case. Nigerians are watching. Nigerians are watching how this thing will be carried out, because if at the end we come out with nothing, definitely Nigerians will be grossly disappointed, and of course fear will now be gripping everybody, because that will mean that even the security outfits that we believe should be protecting the common man will not actually be doing so. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And submit to us. And submit to us. Submit to them and submit to us. Because that is the investigation report. The investigation report will include the evidence, the statements. Thank you very much. So on that note, we need to there isn't real synergy and cooperation between the security agencies as it affects, okay, here we have the police and the SSS. But I also know that in December, this committee also had another matter where the Navy also withheld their own report from other agencies that were supposed to collaborate with them to ensure security on our maritime system. Such situation can certainly not guarantee the security we need in Nigeria. The committee, in the course of considering this, will also think of what proposals we can put in place to ensure that when Nigerians go to bed, they can sleep with their both eyes closed. We can never achieve such situation if the agencies are in this court, either out of ego or anything. The only way you can have security is where there is proper collaboration of all the agencies. So on that note, I want to once again thank each and every one of you who are here present, His Excellency the Governor, the learned senior advocates, the Inspector General of Police, represented by the DIG and his men, the Director General of the SSS, the civil society group that blew the whistle, and I assure my brother that nothing will happen.